Good afternoon from AlphaCars. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 2020 Ural Gear Up. I'm going to give you a tour of all of the specific factory options on this motorcycle, as well as some of the more general features of the Ural lineup. We'll start by looking at the finish on both the sidecar and the motorcycle itself, and that is this beautiful two-tone red and black finish. Now this is the first Gear Up I've seen in this spec personally, and especially here in person, it is a beautiful look. I love the way the vibrant red contrasts that deep glossy black. I think it gives it a very unique presence going down the street, and it's something worth seeing in person. Now, as you look at the tank, you'll notice that the Ural script is absent. That is because this tank has been debadged from the factory, as well as the Ural script still being intact there on the emblem, which doubles as a knee protector from the tank. Now, as you can see, the 749cc twin boxer engine is powder coated black. That's another factory option, a popular one, and I think it's a perfect choice on this bike with so many black accents on the fenders, sidecar, and so on. This engine produces 41 horsepower and 42 pound-feet of torque. A lot of that torque is on the low end, so it's just awesome going around town, or if you're out in the woods. You don't have to be picky with which gear you're in. This bike's gonna chug right along. Power is delivered through a dual plate dry clutch, through the drive shaft driven, as you can see just down there, better angle here, into a final drive, which can distribute power to the sidecar if necessary, as is indicated here in the two-wheel drive badging. Power can be sent to the sidecar wheel using this linkage, which is operated by this lever just here, just in front of the rear passenger foot pegs. Now you'll find a single tractor seat, very comfortable seat. This is one of the more comfortable seats available on the Ural motorcycles. I love the script and the stitching. It's a very fine seat, and it's weatherproof, very nice feature on this motorcycle, and it gives you even more paint to look at having the rear fender exposed. As we're looking at the rear fender, you may notice that these lights are different than most Gear Up lights, and that's because these lights have been selected from the retro package. So you can see the rounded off design on the lights gives it that old school look. I really love the way it looks, especially on a bike with such a unique spec as it is. As we move around the front of the motorcycle, you'll find a factory option steering dampener that's going to give you a lot more confidence going down the highway at 60 or 70 miles an hour, fully adjustable via that red knob just at the end. Nice headlight assembly, throws plenty of light when necessary. You also find Brembo calipers and rotors. That's going to bring this bike to a stop in very short order despite the weight, and of course safety is a #1 feature on these motorcycles, so you want to make sure that you have the stopping power you need. You'll find dual shocks and springs on either side of the front wheel. Same story in the rear. If we look underneath the motorcycle, you'll also find some independent shocks there for the sidecar, so it's going to give the sidecar occupant a much smoother ride than they may expect. It's actually quite a comfortable place to be. Find a gas can, comes as standard, as well as a shovel with a nice vinyl cover, a nice compact shovel if you need to dig yourself out of any sketchy situations. This bike also comes with the more road-going tire, so it's going to be a nice smooth ride going down the street. As we move to the sidecar, you'll find this vinyl seat in awesome condition, very comfortable place to sit with plenty of room. I'm about 6'4", and I can still fit in this sidecar. You can see the rubber floor mat there to protect the painted surfaces. And as I open up the trunk, which has the spare tire mounted just there with this beautiful matte black rack on the rear, you'll find an owner's manual corresponding to this bike. There's also a toolkit. Now, if you'd like to see the toolkit opened up, all of the tools are featured in the high-resolution photo set for the listing on this motorcycle. You'll also find 3 bottles of touch-up. One will correspond to the gloss black finish, one will correspond to the vibrant red just there, and the other bottle is for all of these matte satin black accents throughout the motorcycle, the engine, the controls, and so on. Another thing to note, Gear Ups come standard with these dual spotlights, throw tons of light, and they're controlled up here at the handlebars. You can see that weatherproof switch, and I'll turn them on for you, give you a quick look. Hard to see it in the daylight, but as you can see, they're thrown on there. Nice cool look, and that control is always at your hands. So I'm going to fire it up and let you hear this bike idling. Fires right up. A lot of that is due to the modern electronic fuel injection system. It's going to give you that modern reliability and that nice throttle response that you need we're out on the street. Give it a little rev for you, and you can hear the bike run through the RPMs. These bikes are very robust and have been around for a long time, very durable, idling beautifully. So if you have any further questions regarding this black and red gear up, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There you're going to find all of the necessary contact information. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for your time.